1970s, New York City record store. The story opens in a dimly lit, bustling record store, a haven for music lovers in a gritty neighborhood of New York City. A small group of music-obsessed teens is busy scouring the aisles, looking for inspiration. They're here for more than just tunes. They're hunting for that one sound that will set them apart at the upcoming annual music festival. Characters 1. Alex, the drummer, a natural musician from a family of artists. Quiet and creative, he's always scribbling lyrics in his worn-out notebook, eager to add something unique to their sound. 2. Eddie, the guitarist, a country music lover who's a bit hot-headed and impatient. He has a low tolerance for ambiguity and is itching to make a name for himself, sometimes to the detriment of the group's cohesion. The story begins as they find themselves drawn to a secluded part of the store they'd never noticed before, a worn, dusty door leading to the basement. The air is thick and stale in the basement, smelling faintly of mildew and aged wood. The room is packed with stacks of old records and forgotten boxes piled high. Shadows cling to the corners, and a fine layer of dust covers everything. It's a record collector's dream, and a nightmare rolled into one. A place where music itself feels like a forgotten relic. In the center of the room is a vintage turntable, draped in an old cloth, as if lying dormant for years. Amidst the chaos, a single record stands out. It's labeled "Do Not Play." The warning is scrawled in red ink, faded and smudged, but still legible enough to spark their curiosity. The teens, intrigued and daring, decide to play the record, despite the ominous label. As soon as the needle touches the vinyl, a low, haunting melody fills the room. It's unlike anything they've heard before, a chilling mix of sounds that seems to carry both beauty and dread. As the melody continues, the room around them begins to blur and distort. They find themselves slipping between moments in time. Flickering images from different eras flash before their eyes. They see people who appear trapped, screaming silently, reaching out as though they're begging for help. Some of the visions are terrifying. A soldier in a wartime trench, a woman in mourning during the Great Depression, a jazz musician crying in a smoky club. Each vision leaves a lingering chill as the teens start to understand the connection between the song and these lost souls. Panicked, Eddie tries to lift the needle to stop the song. But as soon as he does, a faint light flickers and goes out. They realize one of their friends, Danny, is missing. Looking around, they see his face in a portrait on the wall, frozen in terror. His voice seems to echo faintly in the song itself, as if he's now part of it. The realization sinks in. Every time they stop the record, one of them is absorbed into the song. Alex and Eddie are left in horrified silence as the melody continues to play, becoming more sinister with each loop. Alex desperately tries to figure out a way to end the curse without losing anyone else. He pores over the lyrics of the melody, searching for clues hidden in the song's words. The answer comes in fragments, cryptic lyrics that suggest the song must be allowed to finish without interruption. But there's a catch. The passage of time within the song is distorted. For every minute the record plays, hours or even years seem to pass in the outside world. They risk being left in a warped timeline, with their loved ones moving on while they remain trapped in a vinyl prison. As the record spins closer to the end, Eddie struggles against every urge to lift the needle. His impatience becomes a test of will, as he realizes that his fate and that of his friends depend on staying calm. After what feels like an eternity, the record finally reaches its end. The haunting melody fades out, and the room falls into a thick, ominous silence. Alex and Eddie look around, expecting something to change. With a soft, otherworldly hum, the image of Danny disappears from the wall, and he reappears beside them, disoriented but alive. It's only then that they realize the cost. The entire time the song has been playing, years have passed in the outside world. They've missed the festival and countless other moments, now frozen in history. The teens make their way back upstairs, the world now alien and unrecognizable. The record store is abandoned, an empty relic like the vinyl that trapped them. They've returned to a different era, decades beyond the world they knew. Their fates are sealed in the song's melody, their lives forever altered by a moment's curiosity. And as they step back into this new world, they hear faint echoes of the haunting melody, as if the record is still spinning somewhere, calling to its next set of listeners. The vinyl vault becomes a cautionary tale about the dangers of obsession and curiosity, as well as the timelessness of music and the stories it holds. Each vision they encounter represents a life consumed by regret, ambition, or tragedy, and serves as a haunting reminder of how quickly time can slip away.